So I have grab a paper and pen, please. Just I got some dates for you and stuff. I definitely want you having a heads up on a few of these things. And then April's she's got a great training for you tonight. The topic is on closing. So if anyone on your team has ever had trouble closing business, you may want to text them, okay, and tell them to log in, because that's a big one. We all know that. That's, if you don't get the deal closed, nothing happens. So, but anyway, let me get started. And first and foremost, happy Mother's Day to all you great moms out there. I said in the text, you're God's greatest creation, and I believe that. You guys are just awesome, and thank you for all you do, and we appreciate you. And hopefully you had a great day. And it's I know for some of us, I lost my mom a few years ago. We don't all still have them, but if you don't, remember them, and if you do, love them and let them know how much you appreciate them. But let me start with a couple things. Number one, I mentioned we're going to be traveling to some different cities, and I just want to give you a heads up on that. And I'm going to preface it with a few things, because some of the things going on with our travel that has nothing to do with corporate, like we're doing some travel for corporate in June, but we're also doing some travel on our own, okay? And those are two different things. So I just want you to realize this coming weekend, April will be in Chicago on Friday and Saturday, in Bolingbrook on one day and Chicago the other day. And I just want you to keep in mind that she's going to be in distributors that we have, consultants. She's going to be in their salons for like 3, 4, 5 hours. It's not going to be a presentation, okay? It's not going to be an opportunity presentation. But what these salon owners are perfectly okay with, if you have a customer in that area and you'd like that person to have a few minutes to meet and talk with April and have April explain the benefits of becoming a consultant, just make an appointment with April and let her know that you're going to bring them over. And that's perfectly fine, okay? But there's not going to be a formal presentation. These two consultants in Chicago are in the business, and these are kind of their days where April's going to be in the salon and have an opportunity to meet their employees and talk to them about how they can do more business while they're at work, okay, while they're at their business. But since she's going to be out there, she's happy to meet with anyone, any other, but we want them to be a customer, okay? So if it's not, like I said, it's not an opportunity presentation, so they got to already be a customer, and she'll talk to them about the benefits of joining the business. So that's the 19th and 20th. I really want you to circle your calendar. We will be, and it's been a long time, and I know Dana is on here, but Dana and Keith Demmer are going to host a meeting in Dallas. They're just outside of Dallas, or in McKinney, but I always refer to it as Dallas because we fly into Dallas, okay, and then we go where we go. But we're going to be there June 12th. And on our way to Sioux Falls, which is June 13th. Okay, so we're going into Dallas on the 12th, continuing up to Sioux Falls after that on the 13th. Sioux Falls is a company event, an Evolve event. We're traveling, for corporate. And who's hosting? Marilyn Moser, April. She's the host on that. So she'll be getting together. It's almost a month away. That is a Monday night and a Tuesday night, folks. Okay, that's not weekend. The Dallas meeting that Dana is doing is Monday night, June 12th, and the Sioux Falls meeting is Tuesday night. Same thing, Now the corporate event in Sioux Falls, that will be an opportunity meeting and training. That's an Evolve event, okay? At Dana's house, we're planning on doing more of like a sip and glow, okay? An introduction to who we are and what we're doing. It's not going to be necessarily a formal presentation, but anybody in the Dallas area that, you know, that wants to bring over a customer or a prospect that's already watched some videos and stuff, you know, by all means. Okay. So just keep those dates down. Always look at where you got customers. Always look at where you have consultants. We always say you don't have to be in it to win it. You know, you don't have to be there to win. You just got to have people there, you know, to win. So just keep it in mind. Those 2 dates, Dallas and Sioux Falls, obviously they're a month away, but we were able to work out Dallas because Sioux Falls had come up first. And honestly, we hadn't been in Dallas since pre-COVID. You know, it's been a long time. I'm looking forward to going there. So just a congratulations to Audrey Ocasio and Catalina. And I want you to understand, Catalina has a lot of salon owners in Chicago in the business. They're estheticians, they're hair salons, or all kinds of ones. And they did an event yesterday, and I know they had 5 people say they were going to buy. I know one of them already did. So if you have friends, you know, that own salons, if they're estheticians, if they do hair, if they do nails, if they do, you know, the collagen is a perfect door opener for those people. Don't ignore them. That's a good target market, you know, to go after. So don't, you know, and like I said, you know, the stuff that we're personally involved with, we're making an effort to go in there ourselves. And then corporate's always asking us to travel somewhere and do some of the Evolve stuff, which, you know, we'll be doing that also. Let's see. I want to congratulate Lynn. You may have read the text, but Lynn just signed up a doctor that has a practice that's very interested, bought the product first to make sure that they like it. Okay, that is not unusual, folks. You know, sometimes people want to use the product first because they want to make sure they like it before they start selling it, marketing it, and recruiting into it. But what we thought was really neat, and it was funny because April was watching it upstairs, but you know, we've always been a fan of the Westminster Dog Show. And Lynn's got a customer on collagen that won the show. Okay, she was the handler and trainer of the dog that won Best in Show, and that's Lynn's customer. So Lynn, obviously that person's, let's see, people's awareness of that person has gone up since once you win Best in Show at Westminster. So if you haven't talked business with that person or getting referrals from that person, or, you know, that may not be a bad conversation to have if you didn't do it already. You may have already done it, but congratulations on that. That's great stuff. So anyway, I don't see Catalina on here, but Catalina is already qualified for 3-1 and is 1 customer away from 6-2. So she's got 5-2 right now and is just 1 away. So anyway, hopefully you're all working on the 3-1. That's 3 customers and 1 consultant that at least has 150 in. You know, you get the ice cooler, the 3-1, but you get a nice gift box with a lot of goodies and product in it if you get 6-2. Okay, so anyway. But I'm going to turn it over. That's all I got, April. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Cool. Thank you. All right. Good evening, everyone.
Can everyone hear April? Because I'm not hearing anything. So I just want to make sure. Everyone hearing April okay?
Are you guys hearing me?
Okay. Go ahead, April.
I don't know why he can't. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, but I know if he logs out, he's going to kick us all off. So, but anyway, happy Mother's Day. You know, I'm excited that you took the time out of your day to join us here for this training. I want to talk about closing. You know, one of the things when we used to do in-person meetings was you could kind of be a fly on the wall and watch us close and see us close our own people and stuff. And, you know, with this, you know, everything being on Zooms and stuff, it's that much harder. And I've noticed people have had interest, and then things don't get closed. So I'm going to share some things that I go through maybe aren't obvious, maybe are obvious to you as far as, helping us close. And I do have some slides. So here we go. So share and play. That should be it. Okay, so we should be full screen. Okay, so we're going to talk about closing. There's two things that I think are really, really important when you close. And, obviously you've had a conversation with the person. The person is somewhat interested. And I always say this is the point where, you've gotten to the point where you either blow it or not. It's all on you at this point. They're kind of sitting there, they're nodding, they're in agreement with you. Maybe they've used the products, maybe they're not. And when I talk about this, I'm talking about opportunity and also products. Because, like Bobby said, with a lot of these salon owners, it is not unusual. In fact, it's very, very normal for women to want to use the product first to make sure it's a good product that they feel that they can wholeheartedly endorse. Men will go right into the money. They, a lot of times they see the money, they don't really care what the product is. The product could be anything. But women in particular want to have a product that they feel they wholeheartedly can endorse. And that's always the difference there. But still, you've got to close them on the product or you got to close them on the opportunity. So one of the things that I want you to realize is people, and this is big, people have trouble making a decision. It is the biggest thing. Think about, the last time you at maybe, okay, ladies, maybe you can relate to this. When you ask your husband what he wants for dinner, what does he want for breakfast? Where are we going to go eat? Nobody can make a decision. These are simple, simple decisions. So we're going to have to help our person make a decision. In any one day, we make 35,000 decisions. What we're going to have for breakfast, what time we're going to get up in the morning, what clothes we're going to wear. And if you've ever followed, and I always find it really interesting to follow very successful people. And there's a trend out there that because of all the decisions that very successful people, because they have long days, business days, there's a new term out there. It's called decision fatigue. And that means that the longer the day goes on, the less likely they are to make a decision because they've made so many decisions. It's almost kind of like we only have so many decisions in a day we can make, and then we're kind of like out of them. So, all this is going to help to make people, but people that are very successful now, in order to be able to make the best decisions and the most, best decisions for their career or whatever, they do things like, and maybe you've heard this before, they wear the same type of clothes. Like maybe they'll wear only black shirts and black jeans, and they never have to think about what they're going to wear. Maybe they almost kind of have like a uniform. They eat the same thing for breakfast. They get up the first thing. So, these are all things that are
recording in progress.
Okay, I think you did that, Bobby. But anyway, so, that can be a problem too with that. He's kind of echoing. I'm trying to get that off there. Hey, Bobby, can you get that off, whatever it is? It's not allowing me to. Okay, this part here, I want you to know your link. And that sounds kind of funny, but it's maybe not you, but people that you're bringing into the business. Make sure you try your link once in a while. Make sure you've got a copy of it in your notes. It sounds like a really simple thing, but a lot of times people do not know their link. They've got somebody ready to sign up, and then it's a call that we get that they need their link, and we have to, go in. And the short way that I get links for other people is I use their ID number, .lifevantage.com. So that's how we're able to get people their links fast, but make sure you know your link. Also, make sure you know how to remove cookies. You're not only going to have to do this for yourself, but sometimes you have to do this for other people. You have to be able to help them as well. So it seems, I wish I could move this thing because it's smack in the middle of everything. But, make sure that you know your link, how to remove the cookie, how to find it, those different things. Oh, maybe it'll go. No. Okay, so you want to practice. I can't even see what's going on here. Okay, one of the things you want to do is practice putting products in the cart. If you're not familiar with this, our website has changed a lot. And so if you're not really familiar, it's really hard to convey confidence to somebody or helping them on the phone or anything if you're not sure how to do it. You can go all the way to the credit card and practice yourself putting in just, put in your name and your address and everything, so you know exactly what you're doing, how to put it in. The same thing goes for when you're signing up a consultant. Okay, so make sure that you're going through this so that you know how to sign up a consultant. And I'm going to help you decide how to make that consultant make a decision as well. Know how to do this on your phone and know how to do it on a computer. You could be sitting somewhere and the person, a lot of people these days, they only use their phone. So, if you're only used to your computer, you're not going to be able to help that person sign up. So again, whether it's just placing a product order, whether it's, getting them to sign up and be a consultant, we need to know how to do that. Okay, so this is one of the things, some people make decisions quicker, and you really need to be aware of that. I'm going to stop the share and see if I can get rid of that. Do you all see that box in the middle too, where you can't really see anything? No, okay, it's not there. Okay, all right. So, shades of gray, by that I mean, different people make decisions. Bobby's a fast decision maker. He will make a decision pretty quickly as far as business and stuff. Not so much maybe when it comes to what he wants to eat for dinner or that type of thing. But when it comes to business, he makes a fast decision. Some people are slow. They lament, they think, what if? They have all these different things that are going on. So you kind of have to know that the person you're dealing with, but you want to be able to direct them and help them make a decision. And that's going to be by leading them in the conversation that you're having. Once you've had a conversation where you've given the person enough information to make a decision, now it's time for you to start talking. If you've heard me and you followed me with our trainings, when that person is looking at our business, it's their time to talk. We share some information. We let them talk. We share a little bit of information. We let them talk. When they've decided, they've given you the buying signals and they're ready to go, and I'll tell you what to say on that, then it's your time to take over and direct them with this. Make sure that you're doing this like it's not your first time. So that's what I'm saying. Like I have an appointment, actually I have two appointments tomorrow, and one is a salon owner here local to me. Well, I'll have Googled her. I'll figured out, more about her salon, what kind of traffic it is, more than what she's already told me. I met her at a networking event. I'll have my materials prepared. I always have a big bag of stuff. I don't leave it all. I don't throw it all out there, but I do have stuff as the conversation arises. If we go into a certain product or something I want to show, I don't give everything all at once, but I pull stuff out as the conversation arises. There's a point where you can share too much. So, I always have a goal for the meeting and with the salons and stuff. At this point, it's going to be collagen because that's what we're selling and stuff. But, I'm not going to go through the whole product line. That would be overkill on it. So, we'll just go with what I need. When the conversation, if it goes into the glow package, then I might share that. But maybe it's a first meeting and I'm not going to share all this. So again, kind of map out what your goal is. Just like I say for phone calls, map out what you want from this one meeting. Never make your meetings too long. People are busy. So get in and get out. Do not stay forever. Better to have followed up more times than not. Also, check our site again. It changes and it changes and it changes, and they're moving things and they're working on things. So again, tomorrow, right before I go, let's say I'm sitting there and she's like, this sounds like a great product. I'm ready to go. I want to make sure I know exactly how to sign her up. I want to know exactly the same packages are there. So take 2 minutes and just check it and make sure that it's exactly as it was. This is huge. Again, because people cannot make decisions, you are going to give them 3 decisions, sometimes 2, but most always 3. Giving somebody choices allows them to make a decision that much easier than if you leave them with an open-end question that just says, are you ready to get started? They can't answer. So it's best to say, do you want A, B, or C? And this can be in regard to them getting started, or in regards to what product they might choose or what package they might choose. So always give people options, 1, 2, 3, so that they can choose which they like best, okay? So these are the questions that I go by, and these are the things, these are the 3, options that I give people. I ask them if they're ready to get started, or do they just want to use the product? Remember what I said about women, a lot of women want to use the product first, or do you need more information? Those would be the things that would be important. And I say that over and over again, even as I go on and I answer a question, I'm going to turn right back around again and say, okay, now that I've given you that information, are you ready to get started? Do you need to use the product, or do you have more questions? Okay. So you can see I'm very much directing the person the whole time. We're not just kind of like all over the place talking about this, going back product comp all over the place. We're going down one journey, and this is important. One of the things that you can do once they're ready is, again, give them those options. Do not go back and talk about things that don't have anything to do with anything. Tell them which is the best package. So again, when I'm talking about packages, our top package, our $9.99 package, this is the best package. This is the one that you really want. But most people, and you take the middle line, and again, if it's collagen, I'm going to pick the package with the 2 glow packages in it. So this is the one most people start with. But if you can't do that, then we have this package. So I've directed the person, and that will help prevent them from going all the way to the $50 one. Because if you've ever sent a link for somebody to sign up that isn't right across from you, they see all those packages, and now that can be overwhelming. And you don't want them to choose the $50 one because they've got no product, and that doesn't really help us at all. So once they're ready to get started, should get this out there. Once they're ready to get started, don't delay. The worst thing you can do is delay with a person. Do your best, whatever you need to do to get to it right away. So, if you're on the phone, hey, do you have your computer? Do you have your phone in front of you? Let's go ahead and get you started. I'm here to help you. Or a lot of times I'll just say, if they're a busy person, I'll take their credit card, their name, their phone number. And you probably know a lot of this already. So, the way that I would do it is, I'd say, hey, if you want, I can help you get started. I can put everything in for you, and I know their name. So I'll repeat their name to them. I repeat their address because I know it, their telephone number, their email. And then I just, your social security number you have to ask for. And then I ask for their credit card. Okay. And people will give you, if you lead them in a confident way, I never have a problem getting that information. And I can tell when distributors wait too long or things are not confident. You'll see a lot of times people will say, well, I don't really feel comfortable giving you my social security number. Well, then that's a problem. You did not create the relationship you needed for the person to get started. But if you're asking it just matter of fact, we're going to mail it to this mailing address. Okay. We're going to use this phone number. Okay. Give me your social security number. This is just for your business. They'll see it once. They'll never see it again. They give it to you. Okay. Give me your credit card. This is your total. We're done. You're going to get some emails from the company, and I'm here to help you the whole time. So you see, if you just keep moving the person along, all of this doesn't become a problem. But if you send them back off to go to our site all by themselves, a lot of times people get lost, they get busy, they get sidetracked, they just don't get to it. So when they're ready to start, you need to do your best to get with them and get their just because they say, yes, I'm ready to start, things happen. Maybe, God forbid somebody gets sick or somebody dies or something, they lose their job. A lot of things can happen. So that start needs to be immediately and done. And if I'm face to face with a person, if you see me walk around the room when we do these meetings and stuff, I've got a piece of paper and stuff. I'm writing stuff down. If I need to follow up with you, or I'm using my phone notes, I text myself what I need to do. If I need to take credit cards, whatever I need to do to get that stuff done, I do it quickly and then get it done after the meeting. But I make sure I go around and collect enough stuff so that we can have people get started right away. And then lastly, just be patient with people. A lot of times when they do want to do it for themselves, it can be frustrating getting them through websites and letting them understand. But patience is going to be very, very key for you as far as getting them through this process. But big thing is lead them, give them choices, and then literally do it with them, do it for them right away. So, you know, those are my thoughts on closing. I'll open this up in a minute. Let me just stop the share. I can't get rid of this. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, stop the share. Okay, so we're back. So, Bobby, did you go somewhere else, or you're
You
still?
need to do it. My computer's not working.
Okay. All right. Okay. Did anybody, I know I went through that kind of quickly. Did anybody have any questions on closing? Maybe something that came up, something that you were unsure of how to handle, anything that I can help you with? And I know we don't have the advantage of the old days, you know, in meetings, you know, people could watch you do closing and stuff, and it made life a lot easier because they were able to copy you. So, but any questions there? No, you're all good. All right.
No, I
Any
thought that
other-
was great, April. That was
good.
great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and one of the questions I ask, instead I don't ask directly to credit card, I'll ask, how would you like to pay for that?
Mhm.
Well, I'll use my credit card.
Yeah. That's another way of getting the credit card. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it's, you know, up here in Canada, we have to be a little softer. Maybe it's just, well, how would you like to pay for that? Well, here's my, you know, and they always, and they always will give you the credit card and their social if you've built the relationship. So I agree 100%. Very good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, cool. Good. Any other questions in regards to meetings or anything going on? Anything else? No? Okay. All right. Well, sorry, Bobby's computer isn't working then. So I'll let you all go if you don't have any questions. I know everybody was busy with Mother's Day and stuff. So do appreciate your time. We'll record this and put it in the group for anybody that did miss it. So, all right, everybody have a good rest of your Sunday, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Awesome. Thanks so much.